Namadu and Nasalli ala Rasulil Kareem. Dear friends, a very warm welcome to the weekly briefing at the Foreign Ministry. On the invitation of the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar, member of the Politburo of Communist Party of China and Foreign Minister, His Excellency Wang Yi, visited Islamabad for co-chairing the 6th Pakistan-China Foreign Ministers Strategic Dialogue on 21st August 2025. During the dialogue, the two sides reviewed the entire range of Pakistan-China relations, exchanged views on further strengthening bilateral cooperation in areas including CPEC 2.0, trade and economic relations, multilateral cooperation and people-to-people ties, and further discussed important regional and global issues. They also agreed to continue close coordination and communication, both bilaterally and at multilateral forums. During his visit, the Chinese Foreign Minister, also called on the President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shahbaz Sharif, and the Chief of Army Staff, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir. During Foreign Ministers' meeting with the President of Pakistan, the President thanked China for its consistent support for Pakistan's sovereignty, territorial integrity, national development, and its principled and just stance on the Jammu and Kashmir dispute. The President recalled his visit to China earlier this year, during which he had successful meetings with President Xi Jinping and senior Chinese leadership. The President regarded CPEC, which is part of President Xi's flagship Belt and Road Initiative, as having immense strategic significance for both Pakistan and China. Matters relating to bilateral cooperation and regional security also came under discussion. During Foreign Minister Wang Yi's meeting with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Prime Minister expressed deep appreciation for the leadership, government, and people of China for their steadfast support to Pakistan in safeguarding its sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national development. Reaffirming Pakistan's unwavering support for China on its core issues, he reiterated Pakistan's commitment to further deepen its all-weather strategic cooperative partnership with China, as envisioned by the leadership and aspired by the people of the two countries. The Prime Minister reiterated Pakistan's desire to deepen bilateral cooperation with China in CPEC Phase 2, trade, investment, ICT, agriculture, industrialization, mines and minerals, and other key sectors. During Foreign Minister Wang Yi's meeting with the Chief of Army Staff, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir, discussions focused on regional security, counter-terrorism, and other matters of mutual interest. Both sides reaffirmed their resolve to strengthen the all-weather strategic partnership and enhance coordination at regional and international forums. The meeting concluded with a shared commitment to advance peace, stability, and prosperity in the region. The visit is part of the regular high-level exchanges between Pakistan and China to further deepen their all-weather strategic cooperative partnership, reaffirm support on the issues of respective core interests, enhance economic and trade cooperation, and reaffirm their joint commitment to regional peace, development, and stability. The 6th trilateral meeting of foreign ministers of Pakistan, China, and Afghanistan was held on 20th August 2025 in Kabul between Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Foreign Minister of China, and Acting Foreign Minister of Afghanistan. The three sides committed to strengthen joint efforts against terrorism. They also reaffirmed their commitment to deepening collaboration in trade, transit, regional development, health, education, culture, and combating drug trafficking, as well as extension of CPEC to Afghanistan. On the margins of the 6th trilateral meeting of the foreign ministers of Pakistan, China, and Afghanistan, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar, met with Afghan Acting Foreign Minister, Maulvi Amir Khan Muttaqi. The leaders noted positive developments in political, economic domains, but the Deputy Prime Minister highlighted the lack of progress in counter-terrorism domain. Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar undertook an official visit to the United Kingdom from 17th to 19th August 2025. The Deputy Prime Minister Foreign Minister held a productive meeting on 18th August 2025 with UK's Parliamentary Under Secretary of State for the Middle East, Afghanistan and Pakistan, Mr. Hamish Faulkner, in London. They reviewed the positive momentum in Pakistan-UK bilateral relations and reaffirmed commitment to strengthening the mutually beneficial partnership. The two sides also discussed regional and global developments. On 18th August 2025, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister met Pakistan origin British MPs Mohammad Yassin, Tahir Ali, Imran Hussain, Ayub Khan, and Adnan Hussain and discussed matters related to Pakistani diaspora in the UK and the overall direction of Pakistan-UK relations. During the visit, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister also inaugurated two important services at the Pakistan High Commission in London on 18th August 2025. The first one, the Land Record Services, enables British Pakistanis to securely access, manage Punjab property records involving fard, e-Girdavari and deeds remotely via blockchain technology. The second is one window passport system, cutting processing time to 10 minutes per application. These initiatives, fulfilling Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif's vision, empower the diaspora with digital efficiency and fraud-proof solutions. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister held a meeting on 18th August with Lord Qurban Hussain, accompanied by community leaders of Kashmiri heritage, to discuss matters pertaining to Pakistani community in the UK. On 19th August, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister addressed the British Pakistani Lawyers Forum regarding India's unlawful attempts to unilaterally suspend the Indus Water Treaty, an action that constitutes both a red line and an existential threat to Pakistan's 240 million citizens. On 19th August, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister met the Secretary General Commonwealth, Shirley Botchway, in London. The DPM reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to Commonwealth agenda for sustainable development, intra-Commonwealth trade, youth empowerment, and climate resilience. The DPM invited the Secretary General to visit Islamabad, which she happily accepted. Schedule of the visit will be worked out through diplomatic channels. The Deputy Prime Minister also held a very productive meeting with the Deputy Prime Minister of United Kingdom. The Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar, received messages from the Secretary of State for Foreign Commonwealth and Development Affairs, Right Honourable David Lammy MP, Foreign Minister of Somalia, Abdussalam Abed Ali, Foreign Minister of Uzbekistan, Sedov Bakhtiarov Odilovich, Foreign Minister of Kuwait, Abdullah Al Yahya, Malaysian Foreign Minister Dato Seri Utama Haji Mohammed bin Haji Hassan. The leaders conveyed condolences over the tragic loss of lives and damage caused by the recent flash floods in northern Pakistan. The DPM Foreign Minister expressed gratitude for their solidarity. The US Acting Coordinator for Counter-Terrorism, Gregory Lagerfo, called on Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister on 12th August 2025. The Deputy Prime Minister was briefed on the discussions held during the Pakistan-US counter-terrorism dialogue. The Deputy Prime Minister encouraged sustained and structured bilateral engagement on counter-terrorism between both countries as a vital contributor to peace and stability in the region. The 10th round of Pakistan-China bilateral consultations on arms control, non-proliferation and disarmament was held on 18th August 2025 in Beijing. Additional Secretary of the Arms Control, Disarmament and International Security Division at Pakistan's Foreign Ministry, Ambassador Tahir Andarabi, and Director General of the Department of Arms Control at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China, Sun Xiaobo, led their respective delegations. The two sides engaged in a comprehensive exchange of views on issues related to global and regional peace and security. They also reviewed the situation in South Asia, with particular emphasis on the challenges to security and strategic stability. Ambassador Andarabi also addressed a roundtable at the China Arms Control and Disarmament Association, engaging diplomats, experts, and academics. The dialogue remains a vital platform for Pakistan and China coordination and cooperation on arms control, peaceful uses of nuclear technology, and outer space. The next round of consultations will be held in Islamabad in 2026. Pakistan welcomes the award rendered by the Court of Arbitration on the issue of general interpretation of Indus Water Treaty announced on 8th August 2025. In a significant finding, the court has declared that India shall let flow the waters of the western rivers for Pakistan's unrestricted use. In that connection, the specified exceptions for generation of hydroelectric plants must conform strictly to the requirements laid down in the treaty rather than to what India might consider an ideal or best practices approach. The court's findings on low-level outlets, gated spillways, intakes for the turbines, and free board are in line with Pakistan's interpretation of the relevant provisions of the treaty. The award also limits India from maximizing the pondage volume. Notably, the court has observed that the awards of the Court of Arbitration are final and binding on the parties, which is India and Pakistan, and have a controlling legal effect on subsequent Court of Arbitration and neutral experts. Recognizing Pakistan's vulnerability as the downstream riparian, the court has further observed that the object and purpose of the Indus Water Treaty, as it relates to the western rivers, is to delimit the two states' respective rights and obligations in conjunction with the mutual cooperation and effective dispute resolution procedures. The award carries special significance in the wake of India's recent announcement to hold the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance and its earlier decision to boycott the proceedings of the Court of Arbitration. It is an endorsement of Pakistan's historical stance on the aforestated issues. Pakistan remains committed to full implementation of the Indus Water Treaty. It also expects India to immediately resume the normal functioning of the treaty and faithfully implement the award announced by the Court of Arbitration. Pakistan welcomes the US decision of designating Baloch Liberation Army, BLA, and Majid Brigade as foreign terrorist organizations, also adding Majid Brigade as an alias to BLA. Pakistan had proscribed Majid Brigade as a terrorist entity since 18 July 2024. BLA Majid Brigade is involved in multiple terrorist attacks in Pakistan, including the heinous Jafar Express terrorist incident and Khuzad bus attack that resulted in loss of precious lives, including children. Pakistan remains a steadfast bulwark against terrorism. Our sacrifices have secured critical counter-terrorism successes, not only for the country, but for regional stability and global security. Pakistan remains unwavering in its resolve to protect its citizens and eliminate terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We remain committed to cooperating with the international community to overcome this common challenge. Pakistan and the United States held the latest round of Pakistan-US counter-terrorism dialogue on 12 August 2025, reaffirming their shared commitment to combating terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. The dialogue was co-chaired by Special Secretary for the United Nations, Ambassador Nabil Munir, and US Department of State's Acting Coordinator for Counterterrorism, Gregory Logarfo. Both delegations underscored the critical importance of developing effective approaches to terrorist threats, including those posed by Balochistan Liberation Army, ISIS Khorasan, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Both delegations emphasized the importance of building stronger institutional frameworks and developing capabilities to respond to security challenges and to counter the use of emerging technologies for terrorist purposes. Pakistan strongly condemns and rejects recent statements made by Israeli occupying power, alluding to the creation of so-called Greater Israel and its designs aimed at the forcible displacement of Palestinians from Gaza. Pakistan calls on the international community to outrightly reject such provocative notions that constitute a flagrant violation of the international law, principles of the UN Charter, as well as the relevant United Nations resolutions. Such statements reflect the occupying power's intention to entrench its illegal occupation as well as its complete contempt for all international efforts aimed at achieving lasting peace and stability in the region. The international community must take immediate and tangible measures to prevent the occupying power from further destabilizing the region and to end its ongoing crimes and atrocities against Palestinians. Pakistan reaffirms its full support for the Palestinian people's legitimate rights, including the right to self-determination and establishment of an independent, viable, and contiguous state of Palestine based on pre-1967 borders with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital. Pakistan rejects the immature remarks made by the Indian Ministry of External Affairs earlier this week, which is yet another demonstration of their chronic tendency to distorting facts and twisting statements out of context. The Indian narrative of an alleged nuclear blackmail is misleading and self-serving construct. Pakistan remains firmly opposed to the use or threat of use of force. India's saber-rattling and warmongering, whenever confronted, invited unfounded allegations bereft of rationality. Pakistan is a responsible nuclear weapon state with an elaborate command and control structure under full civilian control. It has always exercised discipline and restraint while dealing with the issues of such importance. Pakistan's sustained and credible counter-terrorism efforts are internationally acknowledged. Our security forces remain the bulwark against terrorism. The Indian MEA's spurious insinuations are irresponsible and without a shred of evidence. We also note with concern a pointless reference to third countries in a bid to exert pressure on Pakistan. This not only reflects India's lack of diplomatic confidence, but also constitutes a futile attempt to unnecessarily involve other countries. Contrary to India's belligerent and jingoistic approach, Pakistan shall continue to act as a responsible member of the Committee of Nations. However, any act of Indian aggression or violation of Pakistan's sovereignty and territorial integrity will be met with an immediate and matching response. The onus of any ensuing escalation will rest squarely with the Indian leadership. I thank you. The floor is open for questions.